Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my YouTube family, whenever time you're watching the video. First, if when you come in, please like the video for me. I want to thank my subscribers for sticking with me during my, I guess you can say, the little circumstances I'm going through, and I'm unable to do videos like I would like to because taking care of my father. But I thank you, those that I do have. Thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you greatly. Hope you find something in some of my videos that's learnable, teachable, funny, something. But I thank you guys, the new subscribers and my old subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, please hit the like button for me. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe. A quick update on my father. Of course, you know his dementia is full blown. Was steady. Full blown make it sound like it's crazy, but it's steady, which is has been a test of my faith, of my patience, of my endurance. Um, I was gonna say my love for him, but that'll never change. So it's been an adjustment. It's a transition that I saw partially, but now I'm seeing it fully. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I'm gonna leave it at that. But today he's resting well, and I've gotten him fed and bathed and all that. So I watched some videos last night, two or three, and I said, ooh, there were some interesting videos that I watched, and I wanted to kind of speak on those. We'll speak on one or two of them. But again, thank you guys for praying for my father. He is in dementia. And I thank God for the help that I've been given through the hospice agency. They're helping us now. They're coming out. I have a home health aide that comes out now 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings, bathe them and feed them for me. That's such a blessing if you guys don't know. And then I have nurses, two nurses that comes out twice a week to check on them. So in spite of his health, in spite of the challenges that we're facing, God is still providing for us, and I thank you. Okay, number one of my video, the first thing I'm going to say, I told you guys, and for those of you who called me a hypocrite and called me, said I couldn't judge anybody or this, that, or other, and those of you said I was lying, didn't know what I was talking about. I think the proof, I always say this, I said this on my first video, the proof was in and is in the pudding. Because as I gathered, Minister Jay Wilson is back to Jay Wilson, the shader. Um, like I told you guys, example is the best compliment or the best confession to what you're saying or what's coming out of your mouth, how you live or how you present yourself before others. And as I gathered, even during that little thing of this is not my season to do this and I'm now this. First it was prophet. I see he removed that, and now it's Bro Jay Wilson or Jay Wilson minister. So I'm gonna leave that alone because you guys don't get it. And I guess I'm not placing any judgment again on anybody, but if you study the word, if you read the word, if you're whatever, again, there are some differences and changes you can see in a person when they say they've been converted, if that's not a better word. So let's say the conversion has not fully taken place. Um, and the amazing thing is, most people on YouTube or most people within in this particular sector or area doesn't want to see him change because they were saying in the chat, this is the only way you're going to make your coin or your money because you're not going to make it doing the dry commentary on the news and things of that nature. And you're going to have to get back in. So whatever happened with Sean Bradley, I don't know. I don't watch Sean Bradley. I just watch the videos people ask me to go watch. But whatever happened with him and Jay Wilson, Brother Jay is back uh, reading Sean Bradley and shading Sean Bradley, and kind of got his little swag back. I can't do that. I don't know. I don't know. But he got that back. So well, how long did that last, my people? About a week? As I told you before. And I'm not judging him. I'm just saying don't put such a bad light on God. Don't put a bad light on God. Do your thing. Do whatever you're going to do to make your money on YouTube and, whatever. But, just don't throw God in the mix. Even if like I said, I have issues with the Bible and some things in the Bible I really do. But even if I have those issues, I still believe there's a higher being, a supreme being that's higher than me, whether it's biblically found, or whether it's somewhere else found, so to speak. That's what I believe, and so I try to walk within what I feel I believe to that extent. And so my thing is, I'm gonna do what I gotta do what I'm gonna do, or whatever, as he said. But in my opinion, don't throw God in it, because more people see you and see that's the way it should be, and it's not the way it should be. So that's number one. You guys said I was wrong and all that, and oh, let me clear up something. Somebody said I'm just like Jay Wilson. I go and talk about people and gag them and cuss them out or whatever, and then I come back, um, say they want to preach a message, then want money. Let me clear you up really quick. Excuse me, guys. I've been outside. Just came from the store, and I'm waiting on my groceries now to come in from. I ordered them from Walmart. I'm nothing, nothing like Jay Wilson. Nothing like Jay Wilson. Number one, if you go back and watch any of my videos, any of them, I've been consistent as far as who I am and who I've presented myself to be here on YouTube. That has not changed. Number two, I have not cursed anybody out. I have not doxed, and that's one word I'm so sick of hearing on YouTube is doxing. I have not doxed anybody. I really could care less about their life, livelihood, who they sleep with, anything about them. That's not my concern. It has nothing to do with how it will affect me taking care of my father, my living arrangements, my living, my money. It won't affect any of that. Exposure for what? You expose yourself when you open your mouth, for many of you. So that's a given. And number three, I don't come on here on Sundays and give you a 5-minute, 15-minute message and drop cash apps and ask for money. I've never, ever asked anyone for anything. And most of you guys are praying for me. I thank you for, but you guys, out of the kindness of your heart, those who are, you said you'd just be praying with me and for me. Out of your heart, out of your goodness, out of your Christ-like behavior. So, to say that I curse people out and I gag people and I do all this stuff all week long, the proof again was past videos and is now in the pudding. I have no need to dox. I have no need. I'm not that invested. Um, Even if my father was not sick and I didn't have to take care of him, I'm still not that invested. I'm not that caught up in the character of who certain people are that I want to know more about them. Um, and like you said, at this point, if they've anybody done anything wrong, you can just Google it and pay for it, and then you can find it. So I mean, but still, what's the point? So no, I don't do that. And I have not asked anybody for money. Someone had asked me about my Cash App, and I told them, I said, I don't even know if I have one. Because you know how you join things real fast and you don't really read it, you just join it real quick because you want to support your favorite YouTuber or whatever. So that's what I did. When I did join Cash App, I joined it, and I just joined it quickly a particular night because they kept saying this particular YouTuber was saying, "Now, if you want to, you can Cash App me." And the Cash App thing was going across the thing. I said, well, let me, because I liked the commentary that they were giving at that time, I went on and Cash App them. But I had to go through the process and the steps. But I never looked at what my Cash App name was or how it was set up or anything like that because I based it on one of my email accounts or something when I did it. So somebody asked me about it because they wanted to be a blessing to my father and I. Excuse me. And so I told them, I don't even know if I have one. They said, well, you've got one because when you open up the account, you should have a Cash App account because it assigns a name to whatever you signed up with or whatever it shows up on the email you signed up with. And I went back, I said, oh, okay, there it is. I saw it. So until about maybe a month ago, if it's been that long, yeah, it's been over a month, about a month or so ago, I didn't know I had a Cash App name. So unless the one person who sent a thing to help my father, um, I've never asked anybody to send me any money, and I've never requested any money. I've never uh, given out my Cash App outside. And I think another person asked me, and they just said if they wanted ever to want to be a blessing to my father, or be a blessing to me and my father to help with my taking care of him. What's your Cash App? And I put it in the email, but then anybody could see that. But I don't do that. I'm, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm afraid. to play with God the way people do. And that's why I said in the beginning of other videos, you really don't believe the existence of a supreme being or God. You can't, because the things that come out of some of your mouths and the way you live, just on YouTube alone, just say it's a persona. But just imagine there are hundreds, nay, hundreds of people, even thousands possibly, watching this persona. And whether you think it or not, they're believing that this is the you that you are 24/7. All your lies, all your body shaking and body rubbing, cussing, and whatever you do. They actually think, I don't care how many times you say, well, this is just the character that I portray. It seems like the character is never off. You know what I mean? So I fear too much, and then I think of the repercussions of what I may do. How would that affect other people? Because most of the times when you do dirt, when you do things that's bad and dirt, sometimes it doesn't happen to you. It doesn't come back on you, but it comes back to somebody who's important to you, or somebody that you love, or somebody that you really care about, and they get the beating or the whipping because of something you did. And I don't want to see that happen to none of my siblings or my family, especially my father, because he's taking a beating enough with this illness. So I just rather not do that. I rather not take that chance and do that. But I told you guys, uh, Jay Wilson, I say brother, Jay Wilson has not changed. I saw that from that video, and from what he said the other night on his video to Sean Bradley, and he was talking about doxing and shading. He even shaded him then about his teeth and some other stuff, and then said, well, the thing that's funny, you guys would say, well, they talked about me, but Jay Wilson always said, I'm just going to let the Lord fight my battles. Your hand's too short to box with God. At least that's what I say. Making clarifications and on things when I come on or make a video. Um, Anything that you might want to do to me or against me or anything, I really don't think about that, because like I said, I am covered. Um, I'm covered. And the things you may do against people, I'm going to use me. The things you may do against me, the Bible says, no weapon formed against me. That means you can form a weapon against me. You can do that, and you can do whatever you feel you need to do for whatever. But it won't prosper. See, that's the thing we miss. You can form your weapon, and you can attack, and you can do, and you can say, and you can push out, and lie, and make up, and whatever you want to do. But just remember what the word says. It shall not prosper. So I told you guys, anything you want to know, you can ask me. The doxing thing, like I said, if you go into my family too deep, the FBI, I don't have to call them. My brothers, I told you they work for the federal government. And so anytime somebody does anything within their account or do a search on their name, regardless of where it's Google it or whatever, because their association with the government automatically looks into who is this trying to obtain information on you, and it automatically goes um, to them, and they'll do an investigation as to why you're doing that. So I don't worry about that. My last thing, when I saw the video last night, um, do y'all really believe that COVID-19 is out there? And let me tell you this: one of the nurses who comes to the house, she said that they have to test uh, their vital signs. They do all this other stuff before they come over. And she said they have to do it multiple times because of the fact that even though your vital signs may be normal and everything may seem okay, that doesn't mean you don't have the virus, because the virus can lay dormant in you for quite some time before it comes to fruition, before it comes to on the scene or present itself to you where you look sick. So I said, okay. Um, I said, well, test me, because I don't want my daddy to get nothing, so I get tested, whatever, 2 and 3 times. And they get tested 2 or 3 times before they even come in the house, after they leave the house. It's just that serious, and many of you don't think it is, but it is. But to look at the people in Florida, and these are the people, I won't even say, we all have our own people that we admire. There are people that we like, we don't like. There are people we love, we don't love. There are some people you hate, I don't hate. There are some people who we're passionate about, and some we're not. Some when we're, more, passive with, and some we're not. So, make it make sense to me that you've got these grown 30 to what, 30 to 40 something or 50 something year old individuals in a hotel. Nobody's wearing a mask. As a matter of fact, nobody's worn a mask since they've been there, as far as the pictures and the videos they've posted on YouTube. You've got one as a prophetess. I don't know who those other people are. I know why, because I used to watch him. You've got him who proclaims whatever. And they're jumping on the bed in a hotel. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Between the ages of 30 and 50. Jumping on the bed, screaming, sweating over each other, salivating over each other, rubbing on each other, humping on each other, all kind of debauchery. And it's kind of, and COVID-19 is still here. You ain't got a mask on. Oh, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. But see, that's what's getting people, causing the numbers to increase, because people like that, who are not taking this seriously, are going out, nonchalantly without doing the necessary precautions. If you don't want to protect yourself, at least five, you got a daughter. Why can't you got to protect your child? You all are the most selfish, unprofessional, ignorant people I have ever met. And it's all because you want to be king, queen, princess, jester, judge, prolate, bishop, apostle of YouTube. And you would destroy, or you would put other people's lives in danger because of the idiocracy you're doing. Even when I was, you know what, even when I was in my 30s, because I'm 60 now. Yes, I am 60. The oxygen, fine, I'm 60. Even when it was in my 20s and 30s, and we went out of town and we used to travel, because I traveled a lot back then, I didn't go to no hotel room on the bed jumping, screaming, humping on somebody, sweating, nappy head, looking crazy, and then thinking it was cute. But you guys thought, you guys think it's cute. Make that make sense to me. And it's not that I'm so deep and I'm so holy and I'm so this. I just know how to conduct myself when I go out, especially when I go somewhere else, to another state, country, whatever. I know how to conduct myself. I know what fun is. And then the other odd thing about this whole thing is you're supposed to be there. I don't know if it's a vacation, production. You know what? And I told a friend of mine, I'm so sick of hearing about Sean Bradley and that stupid show until. And it's like, well, don't go over. You ain't got to go to his page. The whole YouTube, half YouTube, talking about that doggone production or show. He came out and told you all a few weeks back there's not going to be a show, however long it was. So you're going to fight and call us ignorant, call us stupid, call us haters, call us jealous for however long you're going to do that. When he comes out in, what's this, August, by January, February of next year, saying there's no show for Florida. So, but if it's a vacation, then for those content creators who went on the vacation, and many of you should never open your mouth, because you give yourself away when you go somewhere and it shows that you've never been anywhere. It really shows when you open your mouth. But you get on there and the whole conversation is Tracy. The whole conversation. Hey B, hey W, hey B, MFB. Look where we are. Who? The whole conversation. You mad now, ain't you? The whole conversation that they had. Every time they videotape or every time they do a recording live or any other way, Teresa's name is in there. Yeah, Teresa's not a part of the production, number one. Number two, doesn't want to be a part of the production. Number three, doesn't mention their name or anything like that. But yet they're spending this whole time up there. Tracy. And I said, for some people who's supposed to be on vacation and supposed to be relaxing and having a really good time, they're the most ignorant people I've ever seen to be on here screaming somebody's name who they don't care about. And in turn, she don't care about them. But yet, that's all they can speak on is Tracy the whole time. The whole time they're recording, the whole time they're live, Tracy. Isn't that a repeat of Atlanta? Well, no, I take that back. Atlanta was different. Different set of people outside of maybe a few changes. They were into just doing the production and getting whatever, and calling us jealous and haters because we were not there in a rented house, doing whatever. But the Florida bunch, now this, you get to see who the real people are with this Florida bunch. But yeah, you guys make that make sense to me. They're vacationing in Florida, whatever they're doing. Yet the whole conversation and the whole thing about what they're doing is about Tracy. And then put some respect on the fact we're celebrating your dead mama. And see, y'all, what tickles me is everybody sees what she does, but other people do. Nobody ever sees that. It's okay for them to do that and to defame and to talk about somebody's dead parent, mother, whatever. But if she does it, she's wrong. So that's one thing I do say I have found out with YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. The selective outrage is apparent on everything, even with, different aspects of what happens to different people's children and everything like that, and things that went on in their life. Some of y'all, it's selective. It's very selective. But anyway, I just want to make sure I came in and I got some kind of clarity on some things. Number one, again, I'm not judging Judge Wilson. I don't care if he proclaims he's gay, straight, bi, tie, if he wants to steal some church woman's husband and he wants to see Sean Bradley's gap in his teeth with some of the yellow going off of it. That's what he said. But I'm just saying he has not changed, as I stated, as the Spirit revealed, as through him on that other video. And number two, I'm not like Jay Wilson. I'm not asking you for a dime. I haven't asked anybody for any money. And for those who have willfully are praying for us, I appreciate it greatly. I really do. I thank you for that. I thank God for you. And I do pray for those of you who pray for us because we need it. And number three, no, I'm not like Jay Wilson. I don't come over and ask for any money. Never have. I pray I never have to, never will. I haven't doxed. I haven't lied on anybody, make up a story on anybody, present falsifications or to you about anybody on YouTube, period. To those people who know me as far as me being with them on YouTube, they know I'm loyal, extremely loyal, and what they see is what they get, and they've accepted that. And so, lastly, people in Florida, would you please wrap it up, tie it up, sew it up, whatever up you need to do to quit going there and spreading even more deadly germs within that city. Remember, God loves you. I love you. I almost got it mixed up. I love you. But God loves you so much more. You guys be blessed. Bye-bye.